Hello, my name is Bob Creech, town meeting member from Precinct 7. Although a member of the planning board, I do not represent the opinion of the planning board in this matter. This is a motion to amend Article 35, Open Space Residential Development. This amendment will cause Article 35 to be implemented by special permit instead of by right. These are the main points that I want to cover today. What does the special permit process mean? Why is the special permit process reasonable for the applicant? Why is the special permit process important and good for residents? What does the special permit process mean? It means that there will be a public hearing and that residents will be notified of the hearing and the proposal in advance of the public hearing. Public input is part of the public hearing process. The applicant and the planning board will hear what residents have to say about the project. The planning board addresses town and resident considerations during public hearings. And this is not just considerations for immediate neighbors, they are considerations for the town as a whole. Why is the special permit process reasonable for the applicant? The planning board moves special permits along pretty quickly, 4 or 5 meetings. It is not a lot of extra work for the applicant. By right, conventional subdivisions and special permit subdivisions have the same submission requirements. The planning board approves almost every special permit. Open space residential development allows for higher density and more market rate units for the applicant. The density bonus is well worth a few hours of meeting time for the applicant. How does the builder benefit from a dense housing project? Well, it's pretty simple. By being able to build more houses on attractive land, dividing the cost of the attractive land by the number of dwelling units will dramatically reduce the land cost for a dwelling unit. During site work, the same thing applies. Site work involves everything that needs to be done prior to construction: tree removal, stump removal, removing excess soil and adding fill, grading, trenches, and utilities. Since site work involves the entirety of the disturbed tract of land, the cost for site work is about the same regardless of the number of dwellings being built. Therefore, more dwellings means a lower site work cost per dwelling. On the sales side, the developer can take these savings at acquisition and site work and apply them to the sales price of the constructed dwellings. This gives the builder an option of setting sales prices below current market. This could also lead to faster and easier sales. Again, this is an option, it's not a requirement. Very few people follow the planning board to the extent that they have a breadth of knowledge of what actually takes place during special permit public hearings. On screen is a sampling of ways in which the planning board represents the town and town residents during public hearings. These are real examples of which many or most of you may be unaware. In the first case, we critique the site plans. On Emerson Garden Road, Amanda Loomis took the lead on that and convinced the developer of a slightly better layout for the site. We're able to maintain a wildlife corridor on 18 acres of contiguous space. We created a footpath on the project property that allows residents to walk from Hastings School all the way over to Lincoln Park. This is more than 6.6 acres of safe walking. Conservation land access was maintained on Emerson Garden Road and again on the project site on the applicant's land. Improved water pressure was offered on Fairland Street. The applicant found a piece of space on his land where equipment could be installed to improve the water pressure up on the hill on Fairland Street. A modest number of solar panels were added on Emerson Garden Road, and an inclusionary unit was added at Emerson Garden Road. The planning board is aware of the legitimate goals of other boards and committees and represents their interests at our meetings. Clark Ziegler, Executive Director of Massachusetts Housing Partnership, said at a presentation of new MBTA Communities program that good planning is only as good as community engagement and community buy-in. The special permit process allows residents to be heard. This is the site plan at Grove Street after site work has been completed and some houses have been constructed, in case you wanted to see something like this or see what it looks like. And this is a typical proof plan where circles are located by a landscape architect that meet the requirements of that zone. In this case, 15,500 square feet per house. We have several as-built projects with as-built numbers. Density benefits for the builder are real, big, and benefit the builder very well. In my opinion, current special permit process housing provides controversial benefits to the town and the residents. An OSID project via special permit may deliver real consensus benefits to the town, for the residents, and for the developer. If OSID becomes law, we should implement it responsibly, sensibly, and in a reasonable way. When passing a big zoning change, especially by majority vote, special permit implementation is appropriate. You can't just try it. A bylaw has no trial period. I urge you to support passage of this amendment to Article 35. Thank you.